Hi, Gemini. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to do your weekly love tarot card reading. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading or you want me to read you at the end of any of my lives, the link is in the description box below. It's the same link for both. Also, if you, oh, hold on. We got to do the PSA, right? We gotta do the PSA for the new folks. So hold on, old people. All right, new folks coming up in here. Welcome. You are more than welcome to come in here, but there are a couple of things you're gonna need to understand before you come in here. If you have a problem with profanity, keep it pushing, keep it moving, because I cuss, I drop F bombs, I say whatever the fuck I need to say to get whatever fucking thing I need to get across, I say them. So if you have a problem with that, you need to get it on. Cause like I said, if you offended by a cussing, you don't need to be in here because the things that I'm gonna say probably gonna level you to your fucking knees. So if you looking for that fairy tale tarot card channel, you gonna have to go find it. It's not here. Okay. Also, if you think you James Cameron, you think you fucking Steven Spielberg, and you think you gonna come in here and tell Leigh what Leigh gonna do with her channel, you might as well take your ass on now. You might as well get on, okay? Because we ain't gonna get along, okay? Because this a dictatorship up in here. It is not a democracy, all right? So if that's what you're looking for, you're gonna have to go on down the street. You're gonna have to go find some. It's thousands of channels. I'm sure you can find what you want, okay? All right. This is a general reading, all right? Meaning that some of the things that I say are going to resonate, and some things I say may not resonate because there are other people in here. It is not a personal reading. I am not reading directly for you. If you want to know how it goes when it's a personal reading, you're gonna have to talk to some of these people that I've read in the chat that will tell you how accurate it is and so on and so forth. Okay. Also, what else? It was something else I was gonna tell you. I can't remember to come back. Okay, so what else? Oh, yes, I know what it is now. I'm reading for three different people. Okay, three different groups. I'm reading for people who are still dealing with their dusty and crusty, all right, and are coming in here and their spirit guides are letting them know they need to let this person go. I am reading for the people who have done that and are healing themselves and are headed towards this new love with the soulmate. And I'm also reading for people who are already with their soulmate because they come back to watch. So some of the titles that I put on the videos, that's why they look the way they look, because I'm not reading for one specific group. I'm reading for a whole bunch of people going through a whole bunch of different things. So I'm saying all this to say this is not a personal reading. So everything I say or everything I do, everything that's titled is not going to be specifically for you. Okay? If you want that, the link is in the description box below. You need to do an energy exchange, and then I'll read you and tell you everything you need to know. Okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, Gemini, I hope you're having a good week. I'm happy to see you. Hello, Lisa. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Hello, those of you that are in a chat that are hiding and not coming in and saying hello. You want to lurk? It's okay. I lurk too. Okay, so we got the Six of Pentacles that just fell out of the deck while I was shuffling, and that's talking about equal love, equal give and take. So where you're headed, no matter which of those three groups I just talked about that you are in, Spirit is telling you you're heading towards a relationship with people now where you're gonna get as good as you give. Okay. All right. Let me put that back in the deck and let's shuffle. So we're gonna do an in-depth relationship spread where we're gonna talk about you, we're gonna talk about your person, and then we're gonna talk about the relationship. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is for Gemini spirit. I have a cards for Gemini. Ooh, they was waiting on you, Gemini. Okay. I hear that guy song, let's chill, baby, let's settle down. That's what I want to do. Just me and you. It's by Guy. That's the name of the group. It's old. Let's chill. That's what I hear. As I feel like that's from your person. Okay, overall energy is the devil, Capricorn energy. This can talk about any type of addiction you might have. It can talk about some type of obsessive relationship you may have been in or you may currently be in. Because like I told you, I got all three different groups I'm reading for. This is also talking about, a lot of passion. This new connection that you're coming into, could have a lot of passion in it, or what you're currently in. If it's with a soulmate, it could be very passionate, okay? We have the death card here, Scorpio energy. So what this is telling me is that you're going through a transformation, okay? The old identity has to die in order for the new one to come in, okay? So this is about you stepping into a new identity, and in order for you to do that, you have to transform. You have to transform the inside if you want the outside to transform, okay? You want it to change. With the Eight of Cups, a lot of you are going to have to walk away from things that you don't want to walk away from, okay? We get comfortable with the way our lives are, and a lot of times there's just stuff we're going to have to put down, things we're going to have to let go of, and we don't want to do that. But if you want what you want, and you want to identify differently so you can have what it is that you want, it's going to require you to do all the fucking hard things, okay? Those of you that are not new, you know this. I tell you this. The things that scare you the fucking most are the things you're going to have to do up in here if you want a new life. If you want a new love, if you want new friends, if you want, new chosen family that treats you the way you deserve to be treated, you're going to have to stop identifying as the fucking doormat that takes everybody's shit, okay? That's just be straight up. And you got to step into this energy where you're like, okay, we going to do this, and we going to win at all costs. We going to do no matter what it is that we got to do, because I told you, your life and the quality of it depends on how you look at this, how seriously you take it, and the things you need to do in order to move forward, okay? All right. A lot of you been wishing on a star with the Aquarius energy of the star, and Spirit is telling you your wishes are here, but you got to show up the way you need to show up, okay? You have to do the healing, all right? Because the Star and the Four Swords both talk about healing, okay? All right. Let's clarify. Okay, so we have abandoned showing up here. It says left out, walked away from, cold. So this could be talking about that devil that a lot of y'all were dealing with in a it could be in a love relationship. It could be a work relationship. It can be anything, family, chosen family, friends, frenemies, whatever. Whoever this is that now feels left out, and like you walked away from them and you're cold towards them because you turned your back towards them, this person is trying to come back. They want a second chance, okay, with the return card. It says second chance opportunity, making amends, okay? And this is what I want to tell y'all. Every time I talk about these types of people, these Dusties and Crusties, the first person y'all think of is whoever you were in a relationship with romantically, but that's not what Spirit is always giving me. A lot of times this keeps coming up because you still have people around you that are in all those categories that I just named, right? Work, old work people, old boss, old fucking somebody in your family, right? That had your back. I mean, that don't have your back. Or, or that you thought had your back, but you realize that doesn't have your back. Any type of relationship can be a Dusty and Crusty. Anybody that you walked away from can feel like this and want to come back and want to fix things between the two of you. Okay? All right. But you got a lucky break coming, Gemini. That's what Spirit is telling you. Good fortune, things coming, good things coming, and you're getting, you're coming into you're coming up to a turning point, okay, in your life. Okay, see. So for some of you, this is somebody that like I said, it could be somebody new, could be somebody old coming back into your life as well with the lust card. So it says greed, bareback, inconsiderate. So this is somebody that fucks around. They out there, they don't give a shit about nobody but themselves, getting what it is that they want, and they're gonna come back and try you to see, this is Spirit trying to see if you've learned your lesson. Okay? All right. If you really changed, if you really worked on yourself. That's what this is about. This is a test. This is the final exam. Okay? All right. So when it comes to you, we got 3 cards that fell. We have the Emperor, Aries energy, the Magician, and we also have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. So what Spirit is telling me is going on with you, that you are manifesting what it is that you want, right? So with the Hermit, Virgo energy, this Okay, this is talking about you healing, right? You know what it is you're trying to manifest when it comes to your life, whether it's love, money, legacy, all of those things, love, money, and career. That's what I mean. Whether it's anything, any area of your life, right? So spirit is telling me that you're willing to do the work, that a lot of you are healing yourself. And so you should be proud, because what's going to eventually happen with the Emperor card, this is about all of you evolving. Okay, those of you that are working on yourselves, evolving to the point to where you stand in your power, know your worth. You're in this divine counterpart energy, which is going to create stability. A situation where you're going to be able to be stable. You're going to be able to be practical when it comes to your life. You're going to be in control of your life in a way that I feel like a lot of you have never been in control of your life because of the things that you experienced. Because I told you, the majority of us have come from a unstable, right? Unstable, not unstable. An environment of instability or an unstable environment. Let me say it like that. So, because of that, you've been struggling your whole life trying to get it together, trying to figure out how to get to stability. And I told you, it starts with you getting yourself together and working on the self-love. Okay? All right, let's clarify. Hold on, I want to do these. Okay, a lot of you are allowing negativity to bring you down, and you're going to have to pick yourself up and dust yourself off. Things happen, shit happens in this lifetime, okay? And a lot of y'all, you've been through a lot of fucked up shit. So you understand that what you have to do is you got to keep picking yourself back up, Gemini, and dusting yourself back off and doing whatever it is you need to do to move forward, okay? You can't allow these things that happen to you to fucking level you, to break you down, make you, cut you off at the knees. You can't allow these things to keep you down, because if you do, this is where you're always going to be. You have to pick yourself up and move forward, okay? We have suppression here, so a lot of you are fucking angry. Okay, I feel like it says emotionally numb, not allowing yourself to think or feel things. You're bottling up your emotions, and this is not going to help you. Okay, some of you, I hear rage. You're suppressing rage because of the things that you've gone through, and you have every right. Let me tell you this. Listen to me when I tell you this, Gemini. You have every fucking right to feel the way you feel. You have every right to feel angry. You have every right to be pissed off. You have every right to feel sad, to want to give up, all of these things. You have every right to feel these things, but you got to stop allowing people to dictate how, when, and where you show your emotions. If you feel in a certain way, you got to start letting it out. This right here is not healthy at all, okay? A lot of y'all that are logical signs, there's nothing wrong with logic, just like there's nothing wrong with emotion, okay? We are adults now. We're not little kids. This is not something, when they tell you that stuff like, don't never let them see you sweat and all this kind of stuff. You're a human being. You are a human being. And you are going to have moments where there's rage. You're going to have moments where you're angry. You're going to have moments where you're pissed off. You're going to have moments where you want to cry. You're going to have moments where you feel depressed. And so the more you shove this shit down, the more of a chance you're going to end up fucking exploding. So you got to stop listening to whoever the fuck is telling you that you need to keep this shit bottled up. Okay? It's time for you to let it out. Some of you been harboring shits from when you were a little kid and you've never let it out. And Spirit is telling you it's time to let this shit out. Okay? All right. We got brick walls showing up here. It says defense mechanism, guarded, hard to reach. So, you may hide behind a brick wall. You may have put up defenses, okay, in order to keep people out because you've been walked all over and shit on and stuff like that all your life. But this is about, like I told you, changing the identity and understanding that you got to come in and be a different way if you want a different outcome. So if you want to be able to let these defenses down and be able to let in the right types of people, you're going to have to do these. You're going to have to let go of the negativity, and you're going to have to stop suppressing your emotions. Okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, now we're going to take a look at your person, see what's going on with your person. Okay, when it comes to your person, we have the Three of Pentacles. So like I told you, this person is preparing themselves. They getting ready to come in, okay, with the attitude of collaboration, compromise, you know, wanting to build this connection with the two of you. We got swept up here. It says head over heels, falling in love, intense emotion. So like I told you, I tell you this all the time. This person is already in love with you. All right, hold on. Okay, when it comes to, is it supposed to be like this, Spirit? Okay, when it comes to your person's love life, this card first fell reversed. So I feel like in the past they have never gotten what it is that they want when it comes to, you know, their wishes. They've never gotten the type of person that they truly want, right? So this is about them working on themselves and doing the things that they need to do. They feel like they can have their wish come true with you, just like you feel like you feel like they are your wish come true. I don't know why the hell I keep stumbling over myself. So this person could be intimidated, okay? They could be nervous. And you know, this could be somebody that's not normally, that doesn't normally speak like this, but it could be the two of you coming together, because I told you, when the thing you want is standing in front of your face, sometimes it's intimidating, okay? All right, so we got the Page of Wands here. This person is a fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in the chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So your person could have fire placements. You both could have. With the Page of Wands, there's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of passion, a lot of curiosity. This person is very curious about you, is what Spirit is saying, okay? You looking good out here in these streets with this Queen of Wands energy, Gemini. Again, it's the same thing. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are the signs. But you're looking good, and like I said, there's a lot of passion between you and this new person with the Ace of Wands. Okay, let's clarify. This person is craving you. They're longing for you. They really want to be with you. It's not a thing where it's one-sided, Gemini, and it's just you and it ain't them, and they feeling you just as much as you feeling them. Okay, so they gonna come in. This person, this is card is like double, it's like double, it's like two double meaning. So this person got a lot of motherfuckers chasing them. Whoever this person is in, there are people in hot pursuit of your person and they running because they don't want to be with them. They want to be with you. And with the chasing card, I feel like when they come in to your energy, they're going to be chasing you. Okay. All right. They've experienced a lot of pain. You know, they're very apprehensive. They're afraid. They're cautious, just like you are with the pain card, but I feel like they're working to overcome that. Okay. Okay. Then we got spilling the beans here. There's a third meaning for this card. Now that I see this, Spirit is telling you that the you know, your person could have a Dusty and Crusty, okay, that is going around talking shit. This could be your Dusty and Crusty that's doing this. And this person is coming back to chase because you used to chase. Your person may have chased their Dusty and Crusty, and now the tables have turned. And now they're gonna be coming back in because they realize you're not coming, okay? You or your person is not coming. So we got three cards that fell here. We have the Hangman, Pisces energy. We got the Nine of Pentacles, and we also have the Four of Cups. Okay, so Spirit is saying with the Four of Cups that, you know, your person had a lot of false starts with people in the past. Okay, they, you know, it may have been three distinct relationships. with this Four of Cups card that just didn't work out the way that they thought it did, they thought it would. There could have been three different times where they thought they'd found the one and it just didn't happen. Okay. But now, if you look at the Four of Cups, usually the person in the Four of Cups is still staring at the three of Cups. But I feel like this person is healing themselves. And if you look at this card, they're looking at the fourth cup, which is, the cup that usually comes from God, that usually comes from the divine. That's going to bring you and this new person together. So they're focused on coming towards you now. They're no longer, they disregarded these three things that happened in the past. Okay. Hey, Treble Clef, how you doing? So we got the Nine of Pentacles here. This person is learning how to stand in their power. They know their worth. This person could have a lot of money. This could be somebody that is self-made. That's what I'm picking up. Okay. With the Hangman, this is Pisces energy showing up here. So they could have Pisces placements. You both could have. With the Hangman, this person is learning how to look at these things from a different perspective. I feel like that's what's made them stop looking at these three cups and start to look at this cup, right? They realize that it's water under the bridge. It's not to make light of anything or that they're not healing from what happened, but they are. But they're learning to, they're beginning to understand, or they now understand that they had to go through this in order to prepare for you. Okay? All right. With the Hangman, they're also walking away from people, places, and things that are no longer serving them. And like I said, you need to be doing that as well, Gemini. All right? Okay, let's clarify. I still hear that song. Let's chill, baby, let's settle down. That's what I want to do. Just me and you. Okay, this card keep coming up. So whoever, it could be you, it could be your person, it could be both of you. Whoever it is that is overindulging in food, drink, drugs, whatever it is, because I told you ain't no judgment up in here. Cause life be lifing, and everybody go through shit. Everybody got a vice. I don't give a fuck who it is. Everybody got a vice. It could be spending. It could be too much TV. It could be too much reading. It could be too much gym. It could be too much, not eating enough, eating too much. It's going to be different for everybody, right? What Spirit is trying to tell you with this card is that they're not saying you can't have it. They're not telling you to abstain from anything, but they're telling you everything has to be in moderation. Because that's what this whole thing is about, you learning how to balance out your life, right? It's been lopsided, and unstable, right, for so long. And so you're learning how to achieve equilibrium, but in order for you to do that, it has to be equilibrium in anything, in all things across the board, right? As much as you can, because there's no such thing as perfect. We know that. It's an illusion. Okay. Then we've got, there you go again, the lust card. We've got greed, bareback, inconsiderate, this, old person. This could be new people coming into your life, or coming into your person's life as well with this lust card. Okay. I told you your person got a lot of fucking people chasing them, and you could have a lot of people chasing you as well, Gemini. So I feel like these people, they're just lusting. That's all it's been for your person, is that they've been lusting after them. And it wasn't somebody or people that wanted to settle down, wanted to have a long-term stable and committed relationship. So that's why they running away. Okay. So we got graduation day. So your person is leveling up. They're, learning certain lessons. They're acquiring wisdom. Okay. And this is about them applying the knowledge that they've learned and how they're moving through their life currently. Okay? All right. See, a lot of karmics. This person has had to get rid of a lot of karmics in their life. Okay? All right, let's move on. Now we're going to take a look at what's going on in the relationship. You say it might be you, Triple Cliff. Everybody got their thing that they overindulge in. So I feel like that card applies to everybody, because we all got shit. Everybody got their thing. Because when you be going through ascensions and you go through this stuff, it's hard. It's not easy. It is not easy. So you may need to hit the bomb. You may need to hit a shot. You may need to fucking, go eat a little cheesecake. I don't know. Everybody had their stuff. And so we, it just is what it is, you know. But look, with the death card coming out, so his transformation spirit's like change. They say all y'all motherfuckers need to change. They talking to me too. They ain't talking to just y'all. We all we all doing shit. It ain't just specific people. It's everybody. That's why I keep coming up. Okay, hold on. Okay, the relationship, please, spirit. Hi, on sacred ground. Good to see you. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, if look, it came out again. I put the card back in the deck, and Spirit's like, no, that's the card. Okay, so we got the Page of Wands showing up again. This is you heard me shuffle the deck. So it's a similar message again with the Page of Wands, fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in the chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Spirit is telling you again, you and this person are going to come together. A lot of passion, a lot of curiosity, a lot of excitement between the two of you. Okay, there's going to be people coming. Look, I feel like it's gonna be people competing. Your new person and these other people, old people, some new people are gonna be competing for you. And I feel like the same thing is gonna happen. Like your person is gonna have people competing for them. Because I told you it's people constantly after this person because they work on themselves, right? So, like I told you, what is interesting to me though is that some of the people that be coming after the people that work on themselves are the motherfuckers that don't work on themselves. So I'm like, what is happening? I guess I told you it's like your light. It starts to shine brighter or whatever, and I guess it's like the damn bat signal. Like on Batman, the bat signal, when the damn what's the commissioner turn on the damn light to call Batman. I guess that's what happens when you work on yourself, and then all these motherfuckers just start crawling out of the damn woodwork, right? I hear roaches coming out of the walls. But anyway, we got the Three of Pentacles here. This is talking about you and your person being in this same mindset where you're wanting to work together, collaborate, compromise and build the type of relationship you want to have. You say fresh meat. Travel class say fresh meat. We got the Queen of Wands again. Like I said, both of y'all are very attractive. But with the Four of Pentacles, you're going to have to open yourself up. Some of you could have money problems with the Four of Pentacles. And this can talk about the things that you need to deal with. If you know you somebody that is shut down emotionally, you need to open yourself up. If you know you have money problems, Spirit is telling you got to get your money together. Okay. So you know what that is. You know who I'm talking to. You know if this is your message, you know what you need to do. Right? Hold on. Make me laugh. Okay. So with the Seven of Swords, this is what we're talking about. Self-awareness. Okay. The Seven of Swords can talk about betrayal, being stabbed in the back, cheated on, lying, all this type of stuff. But it can also talk about the need to, stop betraying ourselves. Because I keep telling you, the things that other people do to us, if we didn't provide the energetic means for it to happen, it couldn't happen. That is why it is so necessary for you to work on yourself. That's why bouncing from one relationship to the next never works. If anything, it makes things worse because you're just packing on all that shit, all the hurt and the pain and these things that you've gone through, and nothing good is coming of it. You're not learning certain lessons, and you're hanging on to shit that is just making you more and more susceptible for the same thing to happen over and over again. Okay? All right, so it's about you coming to Jesus and taking a good look at yourself and realizing the shit you need to work on, and the thing, because like I said, if you want people to take accountability and responsibility that come into your life, you have to do the same thing for yourself. Okay? Because a lot of y'all are worried. You're worried. I feel like maybe you and your person both may be worried about this connection, right? Making mountains out of molehills and things like that. And you got to stop doing that. You got to start being more positive, okay? Because with the Judgment card, Scorpio energy, you're going to have a second chance at love, okay? You're going to get to come in from out of the cold. You're going to get what it is you want when it comes to love, but you got to step up and do what you need to do, okay? All right, let's clarify. So we got finality here. That's clarifying the Page of Wands. So it says farewells, leaving behind closure. So Spirit is telling you, give yourself the closure. Stop waiting on people. Some of y'all you're angry and you're suppressing These feelings that we talked about earlier when I talked about your side of the reading, and you are holding on to this shit, thinking, okay, this person owes me an apology, so I'm gonna sit here and wait. Don't be sitting waiting for nobody to give you no fucking apology, because it may never come. So what you gonna do? You gonna wait for the rest of your life? You gonna hold on to that shit for the rest of your life? You have to seek your own closure. You have to find your own closure. I keep telling you what to do. You look, just like we visualize all kinds of other shit, you can visualize this. Visualize that same fucking person that did whatever they did to you, and imagine them apologizing to you over and over and over again until you start to forgive them. Because forgiveness is not about them. It is about you. It is about you getting this shit out of your energy so that these people don't keep coming back and forth, or people like them don't keep coming back and forth in it. Okay? All right. Because see this person, they fucking hear the old one. Whether it's your old person or your person, this new person's old person. Sneaky linking, they out there sneaky linking, still trying to have hidden lovers and what's that, low key situationships and side pieces, they still trying to do that. And they numbing they fucking selves because you ain't part of the fucking harem anymore. Okay? So this is about you walking away from this shit for good. That's what Spirit is telling you, okay? So when it comes to both of you in this relationship, we got the Six of Wands, okay? We have the Death card. Again, Scorpio energy. Remember I told you I put it back in the deck and it came back out? And then we got the Strength card, Leo energy. So what Spirit is telling me with this is that with the Strength card, both of you need to learn how to believe in yourself. This is you and your person. So cross watches, this is your message too. You both need to learn how to believe in yourself. You need to build up your courage and inner strength to get ready to come together in this connection, okay? The inner changes that you're making, the inner transformation that occurs is eventually going to transform the outside as well. You just got to keep going. You can't be healing and then be like, did it change? Heal it. Did it change? Heal it. Did it change? Because it's just like you planting a seed, right? And you keep digging it up every day to see if it's taking sprout. If it's sprouting, if if the roots have taken hold or whatever, you can't keep doing that because the shit's never gonna grow. So you gotta, with this death card, just do the healing and know that the change is gonna occur eventually. It has to, because that's the way the laws of this universe work. Okay? So these things that you do, you learning how to believe in yourself, building up your courage to be ready for this, doing the healing that you're doing is what's going to bring you success. It's what's going to bring the both of you your dream lover, which is each other. Okay? All right. Yeah, see, some of you got money problems. See, it says penny pinching. It says financial struggle, saving up, budgeting. So some of you got to hang on to your money because you're going through a transformation and you never know. Spirit might tell you, okay, it's time to move. Or okay, it's time for you to leave that job and move into a new thing. You welcome on sacred ground. It's time for you to move into a new thing. They could tell you, they could come and tell you it's time to do anything. Because like I said, when I made my move, it was just out of nowhere. It was just like one day, it's time to go. I was like, okay, it's time to go, let's go. So you, whatever, you need to be hanging on to your money. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you with this penny pinching card. Don't be out here just spending your money on crazy shit, okay? Because you never know when you're going to have to pivot. Then we got red flags here. So it says, warning signs, take heed, risky situation. This is about you learning to look at the things that you have going on in your life and recognizing them for what they are. Like I told you, you got to assess. You have to always assess now. You can't just be letting shit in your life and you not scrutinizing and you not fucking looking at it. Okay? Because I keep telling you, people be doing shit. They be doing stuff and you don't even realize that they doing it because you're not paying attention to what's happening. And like I said, nobody wants to do this, but when we didn't do it, look at what the fuck happened to our lives. Look at how everything was just all fucked up and we didn't even realize it because we was living in our own little bubble, assuming that everybody is showing up and thinking and moving the same way we are when that's not true. Okay, so Spirit is telling you, heed the red flags. When somebody shows you who they are, fucking believe it, and stop making excuses. Like for instance, I know somebody where every time we talk, right? I don't get me wrong, I love this person to death, and they are so sweet, but they like to give a little bit too much benefit of the doubt. Okay, let's say it like that. And so even if we talking about somebody that has done like major atrocities, this person will still turn around and be like, but no, but they this and but they that. And I'll be like, baby, I love you, but you're gonna have to get out of that. Because when you look at somebody like that, and they blatantly doing shit and you know it's wrong, but you choosing to turn a blind eye to it, you're inviting disrespect. You're inviting somebody walking all over you. You're inviting yourself to be treated like a doormat. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. You got to stop doing that. I keep telling y'all, we are so fucking afraid of what other motherfuckers think that we allow it to control how the fuck we show up on the day to day, and that's wrong. That is wrong, and it needs to stop. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Okay, you can't be afraid to step into who you truly are. If you can't ever expect somebody to love you for who you are, Gemini, if you're not showing up as you. Only you can show somebody who you are. Okay, it doesn't matter. Somebody can know you all their life. But if you don't show who you truly are, the person that they're in love with is a fucking mask. It's not the real deal. It's not the real thing. So that's what this is about. That's what this singledom is about. It's about you learning who the fuck you are, so you can let everybody know who you are. And like I keep trying to tell you, everybody ain't gonna fucking like you. So you're gonna have to let it go. Everybody's not gonna like you. Let me say it again. Everybody is not gonna fucking like you, Gemini. And that's a good thing, because you don't want everybody in your motherfucker. You don't want, because some of these people that would like you is because they trying to fucking use you. You gotta always see what somebody's fucking angle is. You gotta figure out what it is. That's why you have to give it time and watch how these people move, because it's eventually gonna fucking show itself one way or the other. It's gonna eventually show itself one way or the other. And one way you can help it along is by telling Spirit, hey, I need you to show me who these fucking people are that are around me. The real, what, show me the real deal. Show me who they really are. And when it shows up, you gotta fucking believe it. I don't care if you've known this person all your life. People change. Sometimes they change for the better. Sometimes they change for the worse. I had somebody in my life that I known forever. And this person used to be like one of the sweetest people I knew. And they got into a relationship with somebody and went through all this shit. They were traumatized. And when they came out on the other side, they were a completely different person. And it was to the point where I couldn't even fucking deal with it. So I'm trying to tell you, people change. Nobody is going to be the same thing all the time, every time for the rest of their lives. You can forget about that. That's why I keep telling you, when you get in these relationships with these people, the new people, you're going to change and they're going to fucking change. And whether that ends up, that's how relationships end up growing apart, because sometimes the people change and it it's something that brings you closer together, and sometimes people change and it pulls the two apart. Okay, but that's not a bad thing. We're here to live and grow. And you can't go into something thinking, okay, this person gonna be like this for the rest of their life. That you're not living in reality. Okay, we're gonna experience people passing away. We're gonna experience people leaving our lives. We're gonna experience tragic things that happen in this lifetime. And when that happens, you know that trauma. We're gonna experience trauma. All of these things, it does things to us. Y'all know this more than anybody. That this is what happens, because a lot of us up in here have been fucking traumatized, baby, and we having to try to roll it back and fix it, right? We having to try to fix shit that somebody else fucking did to us. So I'm saying all this to say, you can't be living this life and just be delusional and think that it's everything's always going to stay the same, because that ain't life. The only constant thing in this life is change. Okay? All right, let's move on. All right, let's see what else Spirit wants to tell you. You say you in England, it's 12:12. Okay. Okay, you look, you know I got you on you little bit, Gemini. You know that. Okay, so you have ambivalent showing up here. It says you say you want a lover, but you're not all in. Take the time to figure out what you want. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all. Some of y'all don't know who you are, and you damn sure don't know what you want. But you want to get in a relationship, and you say you want this, you want this, you want that. But how are you showing up? What is it you truly want? Who are you, Gemini? Because you're gonna have to show yourself, show who you truly are to this person, right? And how can you be your authentic self if you don't know who or what that is? Okay. All right. Next thing we're going to look at, it says insecurities. Okay. It says work on building your confidence and feeling safe in your relationship. First, you got to work on building your confidence and being safe in your relationship with yourself. You have to find comfortability with yourself first. You got to learn how to deal with your anxiety or feelings or whatever it is you got going on with yourself. It always starts with you first. Whatever's going on with you, that's what's going to dictate what's going on with other people. All right. Next thing we're going to look at. It says, holding on, Gemini. It says, you must release old ties in order to have a fresh start with someone. Okay, so you got to let go of this old shit. We were just talking about it, right? We've been carrying around stuff. You're suppressing certain things and things like that. Let it out. Emotions are not nasty. They're not dirty. They're not horrible. You are living a half life if you are just being logical all the time. Just like an emotional person, me, I have an emotional base. I can't be emotional all the time. I got to be logical sometimes. There's a time and place for both. Neither one is dirty. There's, like I said, there's good and bad in everything. It's the way you use it. If you take it to the light, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be for the positive. So you got to stop with this stuff where you listening to these things. If let me tell you this, if the things that people are telling you it's not making your life any better, then you're gonna have to figure out what's gonna make your life better. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Okay. Then we got look, I told you you had anger. Didn't I fucking tell you? I told you, and I never saw the fucking card. When I saw that suppression card, I said, some of y'all, I heard rage in my head. It says pent up anger. You have unresolved feelings from your past that make you resentful towards others. Okay, here we go. I'm finna give you the list. If you're angry, get a stick, go outside and beat the fucking ground. Don't beat the trees because the trees are alive. The trees, just like you don't want no tree to come knock you upside your head, do not hit the trees. You put on some fucking boxing gloves, take your ass to the gym, and beat up a fucking punching bag. Okay? Just find whatever way to get it out. If you gotta go to your couch and punch the goddamn pillars, do that. Do whatever it is that you need to do in order to get this anger out. Put a chair across from you. Imagine the person that wronged you is sitting in that chair and just cuss them the fuck out. Journal, flip your phone and talk to yourself. Do whatever it is you got to do to get this out because this is not helping. Okay? It's hurting you. It's harming you. All right? Okay. Let's get some messages from your person. Let's see what they want to tell you. Okay, we got, I wish I would have treated you better. You know who that is, right? It's too late. I can't stop thinking about what we had. That's why I don't like this. I like this deck, but then I don't like it because the fucking old people try to come out of it. I hate that shit. I hate it. Hold on. Okay, let's get this. Let's try a different deck. So I just switch decks because I don't like that. I'm like, don't come with that bullshit. Okay, it says you, this new person, you, me plus you equals a power couple. Okay. So like I said, you and this person have the power to run the whole damn world. Okay. Then it says, even though we're so different, I feel so connected to you. Okay. And then we have, I'm a better person because of you. I feel more optimistic and full of life. All right. So you are both gonna level each other up. Okay? Okay, what am I saying? Treble Clay, what you want me to sing? Here you go. I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, it's time to feel good. There you go. There you go. I hit some notes for you. Okay. Gemini, let's get this last oracle cards so that we can get on up out of here. Cause I'm late. I'm late for all the other signs. Late, 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 late. Whew, lately. Okay, we have attraction. It says your captivating energy makes you attractive. You wear confidence well. Okay. And then we have it's a vibe. It says enjoy the good vibes and energy with this person because they are like no other. Okay. All right. Gemini, that was your message. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading or you want me to read you at the end of the lives, information is in the description box. It's the same link for both. Memberships, go to the subscribe button. It should say join. Click on that. The information is there. Please have a good week, a good rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Love you, twins. Bye.